Alright guys, finally finishing up Lost Island. This is hole number 7. And here we go. So this is how I normally play. Actually, I used to play with the Beast or a Sapphire on a forehand. So this is kind of my old line. Pretty safe line, but you got to do quite a bit of Anheuser just to get it to kind of flex right. So I got pretty good at it, was able to hit the island pretty consistently, but almost always I'd end up back here with like a 80-90 foot throw in. So I explored a little bit with the backhand and realized it was much better for me. So lately I've been going with the backhand with the Accurate Roll Sapphire. So I'll show you that line. Again, this is the PD. You can find any line with kind of a forehand flex shot with like a Sapphire, a Musket, a PD, and you can find a good line that'll give you a shot at ace. And that's the reason I do like that line. If I need a stroke, I'll switch over to that line and go for the ace and still have a safe shot for birdie. But if I'm just playing regularly and just want the birdie, don't want to screw it up, top chevron about right there, and it's more of a straight pull. Depending on what the wind does, I'll go to the right or left just a little bit, but for the most part, you don't have to do some big flex, so it's a straight pull down. And I can end up much closer to the basket. This one kind of popped up and rolled away a little bit, but let me show you kind of where I normally might end up. Very rare that I miss the island with this shot. Again, this is an Accurate Roll Sapphire on a backhand. And a lot of times you're going to end up within the circle with a putt. So a lot better than an 80-90 foot throw in. Less chance for missing the birdie, so you can see the potential there. Again, I'm not going to have any shot at ace in this line. That's why it's the downside to it. But it's much more consistent, much easier to do. You don't have to throw as much flex. So that's why I've preferred this line over the forehand approach for the last several months. But again, now if I'm down a stroke or I just feel confident or it's early on, then I might go for the ace line with the PD, that bottom chevron kind of pointing right down there, and then just adjusting the flex a little bit depending on wind. But this line will usually leave me about the right height. If I can just line it up, then it gives me a shot at ace in it. But again, then it leaves me with 84 foot throw in, so that's the downside. But see if we can get that ace for you guys. This is a little lower aim point, but somewhere around that point for the bottom chevron. This is going to miss to the left, it looks like. Oops, I didn't mean to slide to the right there. Fixing that. This is looking like it's on a good line. As long as you can get the line right, the height. Oh, get in there. Nice. Finally got it to go. So there you go. There's the potential there for that line. Couple options there. Just gonna go with what you prefer. If you're okay with not having an ace, chance, then I much prefer that backhand approach with the Accurate Glide Sapphire. But if you want to at least always give it a run for an ace, then go with some sort of forehand approach. Find a disc and a height and a name point that you like and practice it, get consistent with it. And there you go. There's Lost Island, hole number 7. Let's move on to hole number 8. Thanks for watching me play some DGV.